So who has weighed in on the recent fracas in Taiwan? Well, Canada's foreign minister is named Melanie Joly. Joly means pretty in French, and indeed she is. And it's a constant source of irritation and wonder for me that any woman in Trudeau's orbit is a woman that he must physically touch and grab and hug and pull close to him and get within her private space. And he does this so often in a public moment where if a woman were in a private setting, she would recoil and pull away, maybe even slap his face. But given that he's doing it on live TV or at a press conference, the woman has an immediate and instant choice to make. Do I pull away from this man who's grabbing me inappropriately and embarrass myself in this public moment, or do I just submit and comply? He does it a lot. Just a week ago, Trudeau was at a bar in Prince Edward Island, and he grabbed two waitresses. Look at him here. And look at his hands. Have you ever touched a woman like that who wasn't your wife or girlfriend? Who does that? Who touches a cabinet minister with a hand around her neck like that? I would never imagine doing that to the women who work at Rebel News. And I would imagine if I did that, they would quit and probably sue. It would be a Me Too moment. Trudeau does this all the time, but he doesn't do it in private. Who knows what he does in private? He does it in public, and the media nod along. They're fine with it. Oh, she experienced it differently. This handsiness. Now, does anyone actually believe that Melanie Joly is in command of our foreign policy? I don't. By the way, just one last thing. I don't believe the rumors that Trudeau and Joly are having an affair. I mean, it's obviously possible. We know that Trudeau's engaged in sexual misconduct before, including sexually assaulting Rose Knight, the reporter in Creston, BC. I think, though, that the way he touches women so inappropriately obviously suggests that he is free with other women in inappropriate ways. So it wouldn't shock me if he actually was having an affair with Melanie Joly, but that's not actually my point today. My point is that he's inappropriate even without an affair. But back to Joly herself. She actually put out this mildly positive statement. She did it in concert with other G7 leaders, so I don't think she actually drafted it. So she was mildly positive towards Taiwan and said that China should de-escalate, not that Taiwan should. Normally, Canadians say both sides should de-escalate. So, I don't know, maybe Justin Trudeau should go away more because he probably would have had a much more pro-China statement. What we're talking about is a trip to Taiwan the other day. It wasn't even a 2-day trip. By Nancy Pelosi, the octogenarian Speaker of the House, one of the longest-serving Democrats in the Congress. She flew to Taiwan, and there's some websites out there that you can actually track flights in real time. Over 300,000 people were riveted by that and were tracking her plane as it came in to Taiwan. And there were a lot of reasons for that. Curiosity, just the novelty of tracking a plane. And also there were even some mild threats by some Chinese propagandists online that maybe they would shoot down that plane. Could you imagine had they done that? But the fact that they put that propaganda out there shows their bellicosity. A U.S. aircraft carrier was apparently tasked to head closer to Taiwan, but the reaction from mainland China, the People's Republic of China, was the most extreme I think I've ever seen. They had massive drills, and they leaked images of them, propaganda images, online. When I say leaked, it's because they normally cover those things up and they censor them on social media. They wanted the world to know how mad they were. Land, sea, and air. They had enormous batteries of trucks and military vehicles on the Chinese coast opposite Taiwan. They had naval exercises. Remember, China has just debuted a new aircraft carrier. And they sent fighter jets around Taiwan. So they encircled Taiwan when Nancy Pelosi was there. They had tough language. And I saw one economic ripple that was attributed to Nancy Pelosi's visit. A major Chinese company that was going to open a battery factory in the United States put that on hold. Now, was this a wise decision for Nancy Pelosi to go? Believe it or not, the Biden White House and the State Department distanced themselves from Pelosi. The official American position is the same as Canada's official position, which is one of ambiguity, not formally recognizing Taiwan as an independent country. And I don't think Nancy Pelosi actually did that. By the way, she's not the first Speaker of the House to visit Taiwan. Newt Gingrich did that too, but that was about 25 years ago when China was a lot weaker economically and militarily then. Now China is pretty much on par with the United States economically. And militarily, they're behind, but they're catching up quickly. What you just saw was an excerpt from my nightly show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every weekday, I do a monologue. Usually it's about half an hour. Then I interview an interesting guest, and then we read my hate mail or my fan mail, whichever is more fun. It's only available behind a paywall, though. That's how we pay our bills here at Rebel News. We don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. But the good news is it's only $8 a month, about half the price of Netflix. And in addition to my nightly show, you also get weekly shows from 4 other friends here at Rebel News. So you're getting 36 shows a month just for $8. I think it's worth it. And even if you're not quite sure, do it anyways, because we rely on viewers like you to keep us free and independent. I promise you I'll never take a dime from Trudeau. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com and click subscribe. Thanks.